This is the process shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a haunted movie theater, and I've seen Modern Man, a short new comedy directed by Kozak. It's one part cheesy dating profile, and one part introspective analysis of Greg, a modern man looking for modern love in modern times. Right away, it's easy to tell that his prospects are looking slim, but that doesn't get him down at all. With a brimming amount of optimism, he talks about himself, his friends, his lack of work, his emotional state, his crippling loneliness and anxieties, and of course the possibility of finding love in the Big Apple. Needless to say, there's a long road ahead of him. Greg's upbeat demeanor and confident attitude is obviously at odds with the reality of his lifestyle, which is a conflict that pretty much makes for the bulk of the short's comedic direction. It's also pretty malleable as an underlying theme of denial and loneliness, ultimately bringing forward the more serious issues that are being repressed. It's all still treated tongue-in-cheek, of course, and even when Greg has to face those inner demons, it still comes with its share of irony and ignorance. Meanwhile, as a character piece, we don't get much of Greg as a person to actually care about him outside of whatever he chooses to share, which in its own way makes his unreliable narration an important facet to his character as well. It's all helped out a bit further by the writing and its quick-witted pacing, which also adds to the inherently cherry-picked nature of the short as a dating profile. Overall, though, there isn't too much else to the film, at least in terms of what is going on. Much of the appeal comes in its visual makeup instead, starting with a saturated and evocative color palette, which brings out Greg and his perspective of the world. It even becomes slightly more gray when he's left alone with his thoughts. Cinematography is pretty varied, keeping Greg in focus at all times, but using the spacing between him and his environment to comedic and ironic effect. Editing definitely helps bolster the effects of the writing and its pacing as well, speeding up and slowing down and ultimately making sure there are no unnecessary lulls in the action. The film's music and sound design is a bit less important in all of this, being used more for general comedic effect rather than anything more expressive. Overall, the movie is excellent in its timing and characterization, and especially in its balance between pure comedic absurdity and a more biting sense of satire, as well as just how it uses its visuals to tell the story in a unique and expressive manner. Modern Man, Kozak, 2023. 4 stars. I definitely recommend giving it a watch. That's it for this review. If you liked it, leave a like. If you have something to add, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. I wonder if dating services still exist. I mean, I know there are apps, but I mean like the kind of service where you have to send in a video of yourself. I wonder if there's anything out there that crosses the two.